Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. This session is regarding to 5th semester C18 scheme EE 503. Subject AC motors. Topic starters and speed control of 3-phase induction motor. In this session, we are going to cover the working of auto transformer starter with diagram. So this is the auto transformer generally used in our electrical field to start our induction motor. Before that one, my sincere thanks and courtesy to all authors for sharing their valuable materials in the internet for the sake of students. Let us recap what we have seen in previous classes. What we have seen? So we have seen that the start delta starter in previous class, how it is started, and such starter can be used for motors with a delta connected stator winding. Okay, so what are the objects today? Main objectives in this session, you would be able to know that auto transformer starter function, auto transformer starter working with diagram, auto transformer starter current and torque equations. Okay, so let us, before going to our subject, let us recollect what is the starter first of all. Okay, so what is a starter? Starter is an electrical device which can limits the current drawn by the motor at the time of starting. Okay, so what we have seen, just we will see in this. You are very familiar about in starter, 3-point starter and 4-point starter you have seen. Okay, so what is the necessity of the starter in DC? So DC is well known for you, DC motor. In DC motor, so we used the 3-point starter. Okay, so initially it has a resistance, it has a studs, and it has this one, it has one coil. Here also we have the coil and hold on coil. It is connected to 3 terminals. Okay, so we are already seen this 3-point starter. What is the purpose? As we know that DC motor also initially speed is equal to 0. Whatever the back EMF induced in the DC motor, EB is equal to 5 Z N by 60 into P by A. So that means initially the speed of our motor is equal, N is equal 0 at standstill condition. Hence what will happen? EB becomes to back EMF, that is not our Vinayaka, it becomes to 0, no power to the our Lord Vinayaka. At that condition what will happen? So everyone is supporting to our Shiva. Then what is the current? So we know that voltage is equal to applied volt Shiva minus our Vinayaka is equal to I into RA. Okay, so this is a equation to our DC motors. Initially what will happen here? This Vinayaka value is the power is 0. Then whatever the voltage is applied is equal to the I into RA. As we know that this resistance of our armature is equal to less than 1 ohm. Okay, so then what will happen? Our motor is directly connected to the plus minus DC supply nearly 220 volts. Okay, 220 volts. At that condition V is equal to 220. Okay, Then what is the current? I want to know the current. Current starting current, I starting current is equal to V by R. V by RA. So what is the V? 220 volts by RA 1 ohm. Maximum take it 1 ohm. Then what is the current? 220 amperes. Initially the current will draws from the supply nearly 220 amperes. But actually our full load motor is designed, for example, it take the 10 amperes. So such a way that our winding insulation, enamel insulation are different type of the insulation, class B or class A type. Class A type insulations are designed such a way that it can withstand up to the some temperature only, some voltage range only. So due to this, instead of 10 amperes, it will draw the more current. So nearly how much current is drawing? So 220 amperes. What will happen? Our motor winding R, this is the armature winding. So armature winding, what will happen? So whatever the armature present on the rotor, this armature is connected to the brushes, and this current, heavy current will enter here. The winding passes. Then what will happen? It has a resistance. Small resistance is R is equal 1 ohm. Then the current is equal to 220 amperes. Then what is the power loss? Power loss is equal I square R. Okay, then power loss is this much of power is taken place in the form of heat energy. What is the heat is developed? Heat is equal to, what is the power? I square R T, time in period, and J is a joule constant 4.2. So by applying this one, so what is happened? So we are going to get it. So what is the current? So 220 amperes square into 1 time. We can take that, for example, 1 second or 10 seconds, 4.2. Then we are going to get heat developed is a enormous heat is generated. This enormous heat is generated if time passes. Instead of 1 second, if time passes, what will happen? The heat is cumulative. So in 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever the heat is generated inside the motor is a cumulative. Then the heat temperature, instead of room temperature for 35 degrees centigrades, then increase to the nearly 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees. So such a way that it will increases. If the temperature increases, whatever the insulation on winding, the enamel insulation, then what will happen? So due to the heat energy, the enamel will spoil. Then instead of, what will happen? The current, instead of going so this direction, so automatically the current will try to move this direction only, not comes this direction. Then what will happen? Such that the resistance value decreases. Further heat is generated. That within few seconds or minutes, the total motor winding will burn. Okay, so motor winding will burn, spoil. So we required initially to limit this high initial starting current to the limited current. To limit the starting current, we require the 3-point starter. So what is this in? This is the current. As we know that current always limited by is resistor. Who is the resistor? So as we know that, so this is the voltage, this is the resistance, this is the current. V is the Sri Krishna Bhagavan, R is the Rukmini, and I is the Satyabhama. So this is what is the relation? So these are sisters, but inversely proportional always. Now in this case, so whatever the Krishna is the ideal, he cannot interfere with both. So what will happen? Whatever the resistance, in this case Rukmini value is very less, then automatically our Satyabhama power is very, very high power. To limit the Satyabhama value, so our Rukmini should be increases its power. That's why, so she will take some assistance from his home, that is the mother side. So that's why it requires some high resistance inside initially, that is provided in our starter. Initially this is the Rukmini mother side some support. Initially it is connected in series. So instead of the winding has a 1 ohm and its mother side is the resistance is so nearly it may be, we can take the 200 ohms or 500 ohms. Then what will happen? So it is connected in series. Then whatever the current comes, that is limited by this resistance value. Hence, so initially we are inserted, after pick up the speed. So by inserting the resistance, the whatever the current is limited here, that current is enough to generate the torque. The torque is generated, then speed will pick up. If the speed is pick up, then automatically EB will generate. Once EB generated, it will oppose the his father. Who is the father here? So E minus EB. This is the here increases. Okay. So where is that one? So automatically, so that value. So now in this case, IRA is equal to V minus EB. In this case, initially we are given the small value of the current, that is increases the back EMF. That back EMF, due to the back EMF, it generates the some torque. The torque will try to rotate the rotor. It is a cumulative process. Then EB increases, the difference value decreases. Instead of 220, it may be 200, 150, 100. It increases. Once this increasing continuously with the speed, because we know that EB is directly proportional to the speed. If speed increases near to its rated RPM, then EB will increase to up to normal value. Then this drop will decreases. Then current will decrease. Once it picks up its normal value, then no need of this assistance from the mother side. Then we will remove all things. So whatever the resistance 1 ohm present in the system. These all things are your learned in secondary level. Okay. So similarly, in this hour also, in energy 3-phase induction motor also, so we have the 3-phase windings. Okay, the 3-phase windings, we have the R phase, Y phase, B phase. R phase, Y phase, B phase winding, it has also some resistance. But what will happen in rotor side, we are connected the bus bars. This is the connected short circuited. Just like it acts as a primary act as a stator and secondary act as a rotor. Then what will happen? So initially this is always shorted in the squirrel cage rotor. Once, so instead of 400 volts is given, then what will happen? Secondary side current will goes, and at the same time I2 current is a more, and similarly I1 is equal to I0 plus I2 dash. What is the I2 current? The current is flowing in this case. Already we know that. So I2 is equal to, so S into E2 by root of R2 whole square plus SX2 whole square. We have seen. So what is this current is flowing in the rotor current? So S is equal initially slip. S is equal slip is equal 1. Okay, slip is equal maximum 1. Standstill condition. The rotor speed is 0. At the speed is equal, what is the S? S is equal ns minus n r by nr. The rotor speed initially at standstill condition 0. That what is the value? So here ns by ns is equal becomes a 1 at standstill condition maximum. Then what will happen? So I2 becomes a E2 by R2 whole square plus SS2 whole square. That means it draws the more current, and nearly the 5 to 8 times of full load current. Full load current. That means in suppose for example the motor is drawing under normal condition, after running condition it will draw the 10 amperes. Okay, but it initially draws the 5 to 7 times or 5 to 8 times. Then let us take the 5 times. So 50 amperes will draw current, this one. This huge current may affect the motor windings. At the same time it will affect the side by lines which are connected to the other applications. Okay, so here what will happen? We conclude already this is discussed in the previous classes. Okay, so whatever the E2, that is the EMF induced in the rotor due to the standstill condition, works like a short circuited secondary of the transformer. hence I2 is a very large value. It may be 5 to 8 times of the full load current at initially. Due to the more current in the stator winding may be burn, and also line voltage drop, which may be affect the other loads connected to the same line in our distribution system. So that is a not advisable. Okay, so what is required? The starter limits the current drawn by motor at starting. That's why we require the starter. The starter also useful not only to limit the starting current, at the same time it can be used to protect from the low voltage conditions, at the same time overload conditions also. How we are collected? So similar to the in 3-point starter, we are used here. What is done? We use the 2 coils on the OLR, overload release coil. That means whenever the motor is drawing the more current or overloaded, then automatically switch off the supply to the motor to avoid burning of the motor. At the same, so OLR and no volt coil also we have seen, no volt coil. That means if current is not available, automatically release the plunger, that will release the stat. So that is a no volt coil also. Similarly, we are going to use 2 functions in our 3-phase starters also. Okay, so what is the main function of the starter? Mainly the starter is it can be used to limit the starting current, and it can be used for starting of the motor and the stopping of the motor. At the same time, if required, we can use the automatic speed control also possible with help of this starter. And finally, so it can protect the line, the drop, the nearby lines initially at the time of the starting. Okay, these are the functions of the starters. Then how we are going to control the starting current? So we can control the starting current from 2 sides. So from the stator side, if you are connected to the stator side, we can control these things. But we can connect to the starter before going to the stator. So what are the type of the starters? So we have seen a DOL starter, direct online starter, and we have seen the auto transformer, variac, nothing but variac. We can use a star delta starter, and we can use a soft starter, latest one. It is used in the electronics devices. So these are the different type of the starters can be used in stator side to limit the starting current. But in case of the squirrel cage slip ring induction motor, so slip ring induction motor, I can use another one type of variety of the starter that can be used as the rotor resistance starter. Okay, so rotor resistance starter, that means so rotor. So here what we have seen, the secondary is the short circuited. Instead of short circuit initially, so we are going to add some resistance here. Then what will happen? Automatically the current value decreases. That is the concept. Initially only. Afterwards we can remove that resistance. Otherwise there is a burden on the motor. Okay. So these are the basic things we have seen in previous classes. Okay. At the same time we have seen the dual starter and star delta starter also. Dear students, any starter we require the 2 coils. What are the coils? So we require that. So overload coil and nuller coil. So already we have seen in the previous classes. Okay. So this is the basic concept. Now what is the OLR? Let us see once again. OLR, overload release coil. That means suppose the motor is running, it is connected to the couple to my one application. Suppose I given the a small belt is connected the some, for example, wheat flour. It is giving the wheat flour. Then what will happen? So I require the another mirchi grinding is required. Then I can connect the another belt to this one. What will happen? So 2 motors are working on our motor. So nothing will happen. So what will happen? If connected the another wet grinder is connected here, then automatically whatever the current is drawing from the supply is increased on our motor. Then so if overload is for a short period, for example 10 minutes, or we can take it. So it will, this motor will run up to 120% of the full load conditions. Okay, so if it persists for the long time, then what will happen? The motor winding heat will take place, motor will burn. Okay, it is the running this thing. Then at the same time I want the turmeric grinding also required. Then automatically whatever the current is drawing is increased more, then it will take the overload. If continuous for at that time, the motor will burn. At that condition, the operator is a layman, he cannot use his mind. So that's why he provided our starter. The starter inside there is a OLR, automatically detect the how much the overload is on the motor. Then what will happen? If overload takes place for the small some duration, automatically whatever the supply input to the motor is cut off. Then all will stop. Then the operator will understand, oh, something is happened inside the motor, and so one or two devices will remove that one, such that he will protect his motor from burning. Otherwise what will happen? It will draw the more and more current, so after some time the total motor will burn, such that you protected. How you are protected? This one already we have seen in previous class, just moving the plunger arrangement. Okay, so in D-volt starter we have seen the plunger. So what, dear students, just remember that. So it is a coil, nothing but is coil. Okay, so what will happen? There is a mechanism, plunger mechanism. That means, so it has the one cylinder. Okay, so one cylinder over which the coil is provided here. So there is a, inside this a piston is provided. The piston is try to move this direction, try to move this direction. So what is happen? It is connected to the our switches. For example, here connected here connected here. So terminals, whatever the input, here connected here, output is going this direction. For example, okay, such a way that we connected. For example, 3-phase. For example, you can take it. So whatever the input is given here, it is not going this motor side. Here is a motor. Okay, motor connection here is. What is happen? So if it is connected, this is all terminals are open. Here what will happen? If normal condition, you can take it the normal condition, you can take this direction only. Okay, so here connect this one. So this is take the R phase, Y phase and B phase. Okay, so once normal condition, what will happen? It is an open switch. So this is a current is flowing through this one, so don't confuse. I will tell once again. So what is happen? This R phase. Okay, this is the knob. Y phase, this is a knob, and B phase, this is a knob. Okay, so this is another arrangement. So you can take it. What will happen? Under normal condition, whatever the current is coming here, it will stop here only. So not connected to this motor. Now under normal condition, what will happen? If I close the switch, this is connected to this phase and neutral. One R phase, for example, other is the neutral. If we take the neutral, R, Y, B, N, or we connect any two phases. We connect the line to line voltage range or line to neutral. We can anytime I can use it. For example, I can take the R phase and another is the Y phase. I take the line to line I connected here. Okay, so what is happened in this case? I am going to provide some switches. I provided so normally open, normally closed switches. I can suppose, for example, I provided here. What is happened initially? So this switch is open, no current is flowing here. Okay, so you can see it. It is connected here, and you can see now. What is happened? Initially, so normal condition, under normal condition, the motor is drawing the current. So it is standstill condition. Speed is equal, n is equal 0. Now I want to start the motor. Okay, I want to start the motor. Then I can push the green button, the normally open button. Push it. Then it will close the switch. Then what will happen? Whatever the current is flowing through this one and producing the flux, and that will goes to the air and circuit is closed. Then what will happen? Inside the flux is produced. The flux will try to pull these contacts inside. Once it coming inside this direction, what will happen? It will come and shorted this way. Shorted here. Okay. Then what is happen? The current is flowing here. The current is flowing here. Okay. So motor will run. Now in this case, for example, if I want to stop it, then what will happen? Due to the spring action, so it will come and goes here. I take the another arrangement also. Suppose I want to stop it, then I can open the brake here. So here I can use the one bimetallic strip inside also. I can use the bimetallic strip in here. So what is the bimetallic strip? Normal, for example, you can take that. This is also one. We take the here. What will happen? Under normal condition, whatever the current is drawing, the bimetallic strip, the current is passing through the bimetallic strip. The temperature, whatever the temperature is increased in this one, for example 35 degrees centigrade, then what will happen? So two contacts are closed condition. If the motor is overloaded, it will draw the more current. At that condition, more current is flowing through the bimetallic strip. The bimetallic strip, once current is flowing through this one more, then heat will takes place. If the heat will takes place, the heat is absorbed by the this bimetallic strip, then automatically whatever these contacts will comes, it is simply open this one. Under normal condition, it is a closed condition. Once the current is flowing through more current, more heat will develop. Due to the heat, due to the nature of the bimetallic strip, this bends. If bends, it automatically open the circuit contacts. If the circuit contacts are open, the motor, whatever the current is flowing into the stator, it is not stopped. Such a way that we can protect our overload protection. In our three-phase starters, bimetallic strip is used as a protective equipment. Okay, so we can provide the bimetallic strip. So similarly, we can switch on off by using the coil. Sometimes what will happen if there is no voltage is developed, no low voltage, RY voltage instead of 400 volts. Now voltage is only 300 volts is coming. Then what will happen? So whatever the 300 volts applied across the coil is unable to produce the required flux to pull the contacts this side. Hence, it will not stop. It will not operate the motor. So these all are discussed in the previous class. So every starter contains the OLR and NLR, overload, release, and no load release coils, protect from the overload as well as the low voltage conditions. Okay, so this is the same operation takes place in all starters, whether it is auto transformer and it is a starterless transformer, rotor transformers. Latest we are going to provide these coils protection from this thing. Okay, so now let us come to our star delta starter. So what is the starter? Our topic is the star delta. What is a star delta starter? Here you can see it. Star means, so what will happen under this condition, the winding, whatever the winding is connected here. So we know that in star connection, whatever the current, I line current is equal to I phase current. Okay, so here IL is equal to I phase current in star connection, and whatever the voltage here connected, that is equal to VL line voltage. But here whatever the phase voltage, V phase is equal to, so VL is equal to √3 times of V phase. That means voltage is reduced but current is same in star connection. So whereas in delta connection, so what is happened? So whatever the current, I line current is divided here two phases. That means this is a I phase. Then IL is equal to √3 times of I phase current in case of delta connector. Then what is the voltage? Whatever the VL is connected, same voltage V phase also. That means VL is equal to V phase. This basic concepts is utilized in our application. Okay, initially what will happen? Whatever the winding consists, that is connected in the form of star, then it reduced voltage is given. That reduced voltage try to produce the torque. The torque will try to rotate our rotor. If rotor increases, slip value decreases. Then whatever the I2 current decreases, then automatically once the speed is increased to the nearby synchronous speed, rated speed, the slip value is very less. Then whatever the current is drawing from the supply is decreased to the normal value. So up to that one we are going to use it. Once it's reached to the nearly 80% or 80 to 85% of the speed, then we can move to the delta. So once it is delta connected, then 400 volts is given to the our winding. Initially 400 by root 3, what is the value? That is equal to 231. So 230 volts is given initially. This voltage is enough to produce the torque. The torque will rotate the rotor. If the rotor speed is increases, slip value decreases, then the current value also decreases. Okay, so once the speed of the rotor increase the 85% of the rated speed, then we are moved from star to delta with the help of some mechanism. Then we are going to apply 400 volts continuously, such a way that we protect our motor from initially by reducing the voltage in this case. So how we are going to provide the overload and no load? Similar, by using the OLR and NLR coils connected in the circuit. Okay, so this is the basic concept of auto transformer. This one. Okay, so what is happen? So when the switch is in the start position, the stator winding is supplied with a reduced voltage. At 80 to 85% of the normal speed, the changeover switch is thrown into the run position. If there is a start and this is known as the start position, this is the run position. Okay, there is a starter we are going to put this. So due to this, the rated voltage gets applied to the stator winding and auto transformer is then out of the circuit during the running condition. Okay, so these are the things we are going to see in the class. Let us see the in PowerPoint in details the circuit diagrams. Okay, dear students, you can see this is the practical circuit diagram. This is a practical variac, latest variac. Normally what we have seen, this is the input side, this is the output sides. Okay, so then RYB, for example, you can see the, where is this one? This is input R phase, Y phase and B phase, and this is the output terminals. This is a common neutral. Then by changing the variac terminals here, so we are going to see that what is the voltage from input to output side, we can see it. So if you are going to enter inside as an electrical student, I want to know that what is the circuit diagram, then this is a circuit diagram. So R phase, there is a winding here, Y phase it has a winding, and B phase it is a winding. Then so this is our motor stator, R phase, Y phase, B phase connected, for example this is star connection. Then what is happened? This is the rotor. So by changing this knob from upper and down, so we are going to inject the corresponding voltage across this voltage. That's the basic concept. Okay, so you can see this one. So by changing this jockey, we can inject the corresponding voltage across these terminals. Okay, now you can see the practical used. This is a single phase variac. You can observe in our laboratory. By changing this knob, we are going to change the number of turns. This is a three phase, R phase, Y phase, B phase inside this one. By changing the common shaft, so we can change the number of turns. What is the basic concept here? Simply, what are the basic concept this month? Here is the given, this is the output. This is jockey. So for example, you can take the A and you can take the C is a common, and you can take the C is the output, here E is the output terminals. So number of turns, for example, this is 100 turns, you attain the 75 turns. Then correspondingly, I am going to get the reduced voltage in the output side. Simple by changing this variac. By changing up to we are going to get it and we can reduce. Okay, so these are some practical examples of starters used in our 3-phase induction motors. Okay, now if you want to see the automatic, here is a manual operation only. There is no overload coil, there is no voltage coil. Okay, so if you want to see the automatic conversion, okay, so then we are going to use for the another example. You can see it. So this is the auto transformer, automatic control, servo motor. Generally you can take that this is a servo motor. So based on our requirement we can control the number of turns inside this one. Okay, so this is the automatic. So you can see the coils, protection purpose here, the overload protection and no volt protection also we can provide with help of the automatic starter. Okay, so if you want to see the figure, so you can see the how this simple circuit is converted to this one. You can see the this is the automatic auto transformer starters. So here provided the all things, simple circuit, whatever the simple circuit we have seen, with the help of the under voltage and overload, all will protected with the help of these arrangements. Manual operation is only this here. You can see the manual operation. So manual operation we can operate, but whatever the things you can see the this is the coils we have provided inside. So what are the coils here provided? Overload coils and no volt coils also provided inside to operate our motors. This is the normally operated, simply we changing the manual operation, this one. So in addition to the manual operation we have provided the automatic conversion. So it will detect that, just like this type of the system generally used in servo motors, where we require the specified automatic control is required, we can provide this thing. Okay, so this is one example of auto transformer. Let us see the operation of this one. What is the operation? Already you know that. So initially what will happen, the motor is suppose R phase, Y phase, B phase is connected here, and so here one terminal is connected here, another terminal is connected here. Okay, so we will see that in our diagram. Here what is happened here, you can see here students, here is the winding R phase, Y phase, B phase is connected here. Okay, then on terminals we all are connected. For example, you connect a star, let us say the number of turns, jack is connected here, all are connected here, connected here, and connected here, 2 terminals connected. Okay, so what are the input? R phase, Y phase, B phase, okay, is connected to, for example, this is this phase, and this is connected to this inputs, this is connected to this input. Then what is happened? So whatever the current is coming here entered into the winding. Okay, so this is the variac coming here. Okay, similarly it is coming and going to here, and enter is coming to here. Okay, now I connect to the another, take the color. Now you can take this terminals. Okay, I want to clear that. So I can take this one. Then I can take another color. the other terminals. Dear students, I connected these two. Okay, shorted. Okay, now what is happened here? You can see it. So here R phase, for example, R phase, Y phase, B phase is connected, and one terminal, it has two terminals, no? One is connected here. Okay, now another is connected here, first terminals, and another is connected here to these terminals. So then it has some mechanisms provided here. Mechanism provided. So these are the mode at a time. Okay, now what is happened? The input supply is given here. It is going to here. Only switch is open condition. Okay, now I connect the another arrangement. So here my motor is connection is this one. I am going to connect it three-phase supply here. Okay, then I connect the from these two terminals. Whatever I can take another color. Then so here first terminal is connected from the supply, and second terminal I will take this one. Okay, second terminal. So here the second terminal, whatever the second terminal is connected here, whatever the second terminal is connected here, and whatever the second terminals connected here. Okay, now it is connected in input here. So in this case, what will happen? Under normal condition, whatever this winding is taken from this one, if normal condition, if I close the switches, first case, so this is the start position, this is the run position, these are the run positions, these are the start positions. Okay, during the starting period, so manual operation, what is happened? The current is coming here. You can see that also with the help of the diagram, this one color. Now, so whatever the current is coming here, this coming here, coming is closed here. Okay, and it is going through this one, it is entering. So then it is connected here. This is connected, this is connected, this is connected to winding. Okay, that means here if you are observing, it is connect, whatever the winding is connected here, the current is coming here, we connected from this one. That means only small number of turns is inserted in this case. So proportionate voltage applied across this one. Okay, this is the jockey is here only. So what will happen? This is the input, this is the output, this is the output. So less number of turns on secondary side, then less voltage is induced to our motor. Similarly, Y phase and B phase also. By changing this jockey from, so initially, so provided the number of turns is less, so go on increasing up to this one. Once it is going to the increased here, we are going to produce the rated voltage. Then once motor is running at voltage range, after that just you shift whatever this run position to the this position. What will happen? So here the two terminals, whatever these two terminals is connected here, and these two terminals connected here. Instead of this one, so if you are moving this direction, what will happen? So whatever the current here connected, the motor, this is the supply input, this is the motor output. Okay, then if you are moving this direction, it will connect to the here only. That means whatever the supply is coming and is bypassed to this one. So no connection in the picture of the auto transformer. Okay, so this is the one auto transformer. Simply, dear students, so we are going to change the terminals. So this is the input, whatever the input is given here. For example, you are given the voltage, this is the input here, the terminals. I am going to take the, this is the output, this is the output, this is the input. By changing this movement from up and down, number of turns are changing, correspondingly voltage injecting to the our motor. This is a basic concept. Okay, so let us see that one in our this one. So here what is happened in this case, so whatever the R phase, Y phase, B phase, so here can the main switch is provided, overload protection purpose, okay, MCB for example. The current is coming here and it is connected to here, what is the this terminals for example, and it's going to the current up to this one, and it's coming to here and it's connected to the this one, okay, correspondingly. So this phase and this phase is connected. So this less number of turns is enough to inject the some reduced voltage to the motor. Then it is enough to produce the torque, required torque, that will rotate the rotor. After rotor gets nearly 80% of the rated speed, then we will move this start to this direction. Then what will happen? So automatically whatever the winding, that is the winding is connected here, so whatever the R phase is directly connected here and motor winding is connected here. That means we bypass this all things. Okay, so that is the main idea of transformer. You can see this is also, it's a very useful value. Okay, so what are the function of the auto transformer? The function of the auto transformer is that the voltage applied to the stator can be reduced to a desired value by using three-phase star connected auto transformer. It contains a suitable change over switch as shown in the figure previously. Okay, you can see this one. What is happened? So the voltage applied to the stator can be reduced. So this is the stator. This is the stator winding to a desired value by using the three-phase star connected. So this auto transformer is connected, this terminal is star connected auto transformer. Okay, now when the switch is in the start position, the stator winding is supplied with a reduced voltage to the motor. This can be controlled by tappings provided with auto transformers. When the motor attains 80% of its normal speed, the changeover switch is thrown to a run position to apply the rated voltage to the motor. Okay, so due to this, the rated voltage applied to the stator winding and auto transformer is then out of the circuit, whatever this one taken out. The operation of the switch can be automatic by using the relays just now we have seen. This type of the starter is suitable for both star and delta connected motors of stator winding. Okay, so these are the operation of auto transformer. Okay, so these are the things around. Already we covered this one. Now, what is the relation between the starting and full load torque? So, relation between the what is the start, what is the number of times the short circuit current will take. So, that is a full load current will take the compared with the starting current. Let us assume that let X be the transformer ratio of auto transformer. So, the voltage applied to the stator gets reduced by a fraction of X values. So, if ISC is a starting current with a rated voltage, that is a 400 volts, then the motor starting current is equal to I starting current is equal to X into ISC. Okay, so IS is the that is a starting current with a rated voltage 400 volts. So at that condition, so what is happened? So the starting torque by full load torque we can derive these equations also. Then starting torque to the full load torque is equal to, so we are going to get it, the motor starting current by full load current whole square into SF. So just now we have derived this equations previously. So then we are going to get it. So normal value, so similar to the previous, the starting torque by maximum torque is equal x square by ISC by IF into full load slip. So finally we are going to get it. So x square times of I full load, that is the T full load into ISC by I full whole square and SF. So we can conclude that T starting, this is equal, T starting is equal x square times of starting torque with the direct switching. This is the final one. That means what is that here? So dear students, this all are we derived previously clearly. So what is the T starting torque? Whatever the torque is produced is equal to x square times of, if the torque is produced directly, D whole starter, if we are produced this one, we are going to get the some torque. The torque into x square times. X square is the fraction of values, reduced voltage. Then we are going to reduce the starting torque. Okay, so this is the relation between the starting torque and full load torque. So these all are discussed. I think you maybe feel the both. That's why I am skipping this one. Okay. So now coming to the auto transformer starter, advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages? Let us see. So it is a simple in construction, simple in operation, simply just varying the knob. We are going to manually we can adjust. Otherwise we can use the relays to make it automatic operation. Okay. So what are the disadvantages? So poor controllability. Just with the, if there is a poor control, where we can not control it perfectly, and the size itself is a very bulky, big size, because winding or ways, wind phase, 3-phase. So just like it is a transformer, and due to this one, it is a core, laminations, a rotating part, and this all things is required, and it is a very expensive. Okay, so these are the some salient points regarding to the auto transformers. Dear friends, so you have to remember that. So one single starter, similarly we can use the other starters. Here auto transformer is the automatic. We are reducing the applied voltage initially with help of the knobs manually. Number of turns we are changing, just transformation ratio K value are going to we are changing in this auto transformer. I think you have used this auto transformer in our laboratory while you are doing the no load test on 3-phase transformers and short circuit test, or you can see the black rotor test on 3-phase transformer. That is the simple method. Okay, so dear students, this is a very simple topic, you can easily understand by seeing the textbook. Thank you for listening my class. So what is the summary? Summary, that means auto transformer reduces the supply voltage to the stator, connection diagram of auto transformer starter, the functions and working of the auto transformer starter, relation between starting and full load torque, that x square times reduces the full load torque. Okay, so these are the things we have seen in this class. Thank you for listening my class.